And basically
I
what
never got that. I
hang on,
never got that.
ma'am, you need to stop talking while the court's talking.
This law firm has done nothing but harass me. I am here under duress. I live on Social Security. I will be 69 years old in the fall. Somebody trying to sell me
No, I'm not going to
Medicare.
tell you,
No, I'm
I'm not
finished.
going
I
to,
want to speak.
Wow.
You're taking advantage of somebody that's not being represented by an attorney under maritime law. I'm representing myself under the power and the attorneys of Jesus Christ. Good luck to you guys with Donald J. Trump. Maritime law is going bye-bye.
This judge and a so-called sovereign citizen just got into a seriously heated exchange in court today. And believe it or not, the person causing all the chaos is a 69-year-old woman acting like a total child. She's back in court over a $900 credit card debt. But of course, she's pulling the same tired, I don't have to pay routine. Classic sovereign citizen behavior. And get this, it's not even her first rodeo. This is her third time in court for this nonsense. The last two cases involved thousands of dollars and somehow got dismissed. How does that even happen? Spoiler alert, just saying you're above the law doesn't actually make it true. What do you think about this case? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now let's roll the clip and watch this courtroom takedown unfold.
is counsel here for the plaintiff?
Yes, Judge Hillman, Cezanne Barda.
Well, you're an attorney, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. I couldn't tell based on the way you're dressed.
I apologize. There are two attorneys that handled our docket via Zoom today. Both failed to appear. I don't know why, and now I'm scrambling. I apologize.
Okay. All right. Is Ruth Conway present?
Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon. All right. So this is plaintiff's motion for summary disposition. Ms. Conway, the plaintiff filed a request to have a judgment granted in this matter. Mr. Barda, do you wish to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Our motion is based on MCR 2.116 C9 C10. We don't believe there's a genuine issue of material fact to move forward to trial. This is a straightforward collection matter whereby it was original creditor of Credit One Bank. LVNB purchased that, and all the chain of title and bill of sale documentation is attached to our motion. We also have billing statements showing charges made and payments made, which comports with the account stated theory in the state of Michigan. The address on those billing statement matches the same address where the proof of service went for this file. And we also have an affidavit from our client stating how much is owed at this time. Defendant not only failed to file a response to our motion for summary disposition, but also failed to file a counter affidavit, which is required by court rule. And even looking at her answer, all she states is she doesn't believe that this is her debt. I believe that plaintiff has provided proof and has established that this account was the defendant's, and I don't believe there's been there hasn't been a defense raised to be able to prevail at this time. Plaintiff respectfully requests that our motion for summary disposition be granted.
Okay. All right, Ms. Conway. So I have this motion for summary disposition that was filed by the plaintiff back on December 17th. I don't have any written response that was filed by you. I see you're holding up some kind of a receipt. I don't know what that's a receipt for, but we did receive your answer to the complaint. What date is on that receipt that you're holding up, ma'am?
October 29th.
Okay, so I think you're referring to your answer to the complaint that you filed in this matter, which was dated, let's see, which is dated October 28th. So I'm guessing that what you're holding up is verification that you filed an answer to the complaint. However, there was a motion for summary disposition, and basically
I never got that. I never got that.
I'm calling BS on that. The plaintiff literally has her address, So there's just no way she didn't receive that notice. Like, come on, mail doesn't just vanish into a black hole unless her mailbox is sitting at the center of a galaxy. And let's be real, this woman is 69 years old. At what point do you start acting your age and owning up to your responsibilities? You can't be out here dodging court notices like you're starring in some low-budget spy thriller. Legally, there's even a rule for this. It's called a mailbox rule. If something is properly mailed to your last known address, the law assumes you got it. So unless she's claiming the USPS as a personal vendetta against her, I'm not buying it. Let me know what you guys think. Is she playing dumb, or is this just a case of straight-up dishonesty?
To listen while the court's talking, and then I'll give you an opportunity to talk afterwards. So there was a motion for summary disposition. That's a request for a judgment, and it has an affidavit attached to it, and it has bills showing that you had a Credit One credit card and that you had made certain charges. It looks like there's charges to Meyer and Mason. There's charges to the city of Mason on the credit card, Dollar Tree, and Celebration Cinema. And what the plaintiff has indicated is that that Credit One account was purchased by LVNB funding, the plaintiff in this case, and that based on the fact that you had used the credit card and you had made payments on the credit card under Michigan law, that's a cause of action for account stated, and you would have an obligation to file an affidavit indicating that those were not your charges and you did not have an account with Credit One, and you've not filed that. Is there anything you would like to tell the court, ma'am? This is the time for you to make your response.
Okay, I'm making this statement. I am here under duress. I have formally put in a formal complaint to the Consumers Finance Protection Bureau. I don't know who LVNV funding is. I have never heard of them in my entire life. This law firm has done nothing but harass me with document after document. I had 3 collection agencies approach me on this matter. I contacted the other 2, told them exactly the same thing I told this firm, but this firm has continued to harass me. I have made that formal complaint to the Consumers Finance Protection. Whether they protect me or a loaning institute is another story. I am here under duress. I live on Social Security. I will be 69 years old in the fall, and I do not have a job. I do not work. I have 14 grandchildren. I'm a mother of 5, and 2 of them are veterans of the United States military. I help with my 14 grandchildren. So I don't have a job. I will collect Social Security.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you have a credit card at Credit One?
I do not ever recall having a credit card from.
Oh yeah, this lady's defense is totally bulletproof, super convincing stuff. She's out here saying she has kids and grandkids, doesn't have a job. So what? That means she magically doesn't have her own credit card? Make it make sense. Not having a job doesn't erase your financial obligations. That's not how debt works. It's pretty obvious she's unemployed, probably living off Social Security and maxed out credit cards. And let's be real, credit card companies don't care how you pay them back, as long as you do. But her defense? That she has a family, kids, grandkids. That's it. Like somehow that exempts her from paying bills? The judge is about to completely go off on her in just a minute, and honestly, I can't wait for it. Let's dive back in and watch this train wreck unfold.
And especially, I would never have a credit card with a small amount of credit. In my past, whenever I had credit, it was a decent amount of money that I had on a credit card balance that I was allowed to borrow. I don't know. You tell me why I get a phone call every other day of somebody trying
ma'am,
to sell me
no, I'm not gonna
Medicare
tell you,
B. No, I'm
ma'am, I'm
finished.
not
I
gonna,
want to speak.
Wow.
That I get a phone call every other day. How do these people know I don't have Medicare B? How do they know that? I get harassed to buy Medicare B. I can't afford Medicare B. I live on Social Security. So how do I get them knowing I don't have it? You tell me.
okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Barta?
No, I would ask for our motion to be granted at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Conway, we do have rules in lawsuits in terms of what's necessary to get past a summary disposition motion. You would have been the person that used this credit card that was in your name and made out to your address. And
Excuse
so,
me, but I was never asked. I was never asked by the court or received a document telling me I needed to do that. You're taking advantage of somebody that's not being represented by an attorney under maritime law. I'm representing myself under the power and the attorneys of Jesus Christ.
okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. So a summary disposition is granted for the plaintiff. And
I
Ms.
live on Social Security. I know federal law.
Ma'am, you need to stop talking while the court's talking. Mr. Barta, you can submit a judgment under the 7-day rule with the court. That's all for the record. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you guys with Donald J. Trump. Maritime law is going bye-bye. You're going to have to all relearn constitutional law, thanks to MEGA and us anons.
Well, that took a weird turn. Some people seriously have a full-blown victim complex, and this woman is a textbook case. She refuses to pay what she owes, tries to guilt-trip the judge, and then, out of nowhere, starts crying about Donald Trump. Like, ma'am, what does that have to do with anything happening in this courtroom? Honestly, I don't even think she knows what she's talking about at this point. And I'm not even into politics, but that just sounded ridiculous. Let's be real. The law isn't a choose-your-own-adventure book. You don't get to ignore legal responsibilities just because life didn't go your way. Debt laws exist for a reason. She took out a credit card, used it, and didn't pay it back. That's a breach of contract. Plain and simple. Trying to derail the hearing with some random political rant isn't going to change the outcome. Judges have seen every excuse in the book. Playing the woe is me card isn't going to erase her balance. And let's not forget, after she signed that credit card agreement. After sovereign citizens can scream, contracts are fake all day, but the second you apply for credit, you're in a contract whether you like it or not. Anyway, what do you guys think? Was she genuinely confused, or just playing the